I'm going to keep this video so incredibly simple for you so you just understand how, let's say you're coming right into OFM and you have no idea where to start. This is exactly where I would start. If I were to start an agency right now, keep in mind, I am the #1 most verified earner in all of OnlyFans space. I make the most money. I show the most results. I have the most proof. I have the most credibility out of anybody in the entire industry. I'm the only one that shows the numbers that I show. Now, if I were to get into OFM today from my 3 to 4 years worth of experience that I have, what would I do? Okay, keep in mind, I went through all of the trials and all of the tribulations, and I know every little piece about this business like the back of my hand. If there's anybody that knows what they're saying, it's absolutely me. Now, if you're already experienced in OFM and you already, have something going for you, this video is not for you. This is speaking to people that are specifically just now getting started. Now, let's first and foremost, I would find a partner and I would immediately split roles. Now, it doesn't matter who your partner is, just anybody that you can partner with, because this business is something that you need to move fast on. There is so much money that can be made within this business in such a short time frame. There's no point in not capitalizing on the speed that this business actually has. The more people that you have within your operation immediately to start understanding how everything works is worth having that extra 1 or 2 people in it, because not every business is very fast moving. Not every business is a business that you can come in and within the next 2 weeks you can start profiting, but OFM is one of them. So I would highly recommend is to keep that speed and keep that momentum within the business, hiring or finding a partner and just immediately splitting roles. Now, you guys are going to split your roles evenly. One of you guys is going to be focusing on finding a model, and one of you guys is going to be focused on trying to figure out how to use traffic or how to drive traffic to the page. Now, person number 1, trying to find the model, what I'd highly recommend is just reach out to all your friends that you know. Reach out to every person that you know. Surely you'll sign one. If you can't find one, then I'd highly recommend signing or watching one of my other YouTube videos that I have on my channel that specifically shows how you sign a new model or how you sign a model as fast as you can. Now, role number 2, you need to figure out exactly how to find a marketing acquisition. What I would highly recommend, and I know I'm probably biased on this, but I would recommend just finding a course, you two splitting, finding a course from somebody who knows how to drive traffic. I happen to be one of those. And no, this video is not just, hey, buy a course. And, what this has to do is when I first started, I bought 10, 15 courses trying to find somebody who knew how to drive traffic so that I could figure out how to drive traffic. Because even if I give you the exact strategy on how to drive traffic, it's still going to take you a little bit of time to understand it. Okay? So if you were to, now imagine if you didn't have me telling you this is exactly what you should do, how long it would take for you to find traffic, okay? There's so much noise in this market, dating apps, Twitter, Reddit, all of this noise of marketing acquisitions that don't yield anybody actual results, and especially don't give any results for a long period of time. You're gonna need to filter through all of that, okay? And then you're gonna find the one marketing acquisition, or you can just join my education program where I just tell you the fucking things that are working, and regardless, it's going to take you a couple days, a week, maybe a month to even fully understand them and actually start implementing them. So you can either cut through the noise and take the fucking speed route through my education program, or you can go through and you can just find it all yourself. Regardless, one of you needs to find a model and then the other one needs to figure out how to drive traffic. What I would say if you decide not to join the education program is there are fundamental marketing acquisitions out there. Think fundamental marketing acquisitions. Don't go to YouTube and start looking up how to market an OF creator, because the #1 thing that you're going to see is Reddit, Twitter, dating apps, Threads, all of these random fucking marketing acquisitions that only apply to OFM. Now, if it only applies to OFM, then I'm telling you right now, then it's not a fundamental marketing acquisition. It is a small little finite strategy that works for a very specific period of time, because all of the OFM guys are so worried about where their next dime is going to come from. And so what they do is they come up with these marketing acquisitions that work for like a week because they're trying to get their money right, instead of trying to just build a fundamental marketing acquisition that just works, because they're a lot more difficult to do. But it's like, do you want to take on one of these like noisy marketing acquisitions that goes down every week? Or do you want to take a noisy marketing acquisition that goes down every month, opposed to just spending that month building a fundamental marketing acquisition that can just drive traffic to your page for the next year or 2 years or 3 years? I haven't touched OFM in the last 6 months, and yet my results are still better than 99% of the people that are actively working on their business every single day. It's because I do not believe in traditional OFM. I believe in traditional fundamental marketing acquisitions and combining them with OFM's parameters. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to sign your first model for 50-50. The reason why you're going to do this is because if you sign any girl for any other percentage, it's not going to be worth your time. When it comes to marketing acquisitions on agency-dependent marketing acquisitions, what this means is marketing tools that do not require the creator to do anything. And the reason why you want this is because you have more leverage over the percentage that you take from them. If they are doing all of the work, you only get 25 to 30% of that. If you're doing all of the work, you can sign them for salary, which means you actually pay them $1,500 a month. The page will actually make $150,000 to $200,000 a month, and you get to keep all of that and only pay her $1,500. Now, the problem with this is you don't have any marketing strategies in place yet. So what are you going to do? First and foremost, you're going to sign a girl for 50-50. The reason why you're going to sign up for 50-50 is because you don't want the overhead cost of $1,500, $3,000 a month in salary to pay her when you don't even have anything working. So if you do 50-50, whatever money does come in, $1,000, she gets 500, she's going to be happy, and you can just focus on trying to make something work. Then from that point forward, now you can sign your next girl and talk about salary. But you don't want to have an overhead of salary. You don't want to owe somebody $1,500 every month when you don't even have any money coming in, okay? Now, all I need you to do is find one working strategy. One working strategy is all you need. There are 1.5 million marketing acquisitions and strategies out there right now that are all just complete noise. And if you want to cut through the noise, I'm telling you right now, do not involve yourself in Reddit. Do not involve yourself in Twitter. Do not involve yourself in dating apps. Don't involve yourself in any of that shit. That shit does not make money. What makes money is fundamental marketing acquisition. So pick one, stick to it, and I promise you that that's going to make you a whole lot more money than trying to constantly run a ton of operations at once. OFM is such an incredible business model because your profit margins are through the fucking roof. And you know what eats up profit margins? Your operations continuously breaking every single month. You only have so much time in a day to prioritize one sole thing. Okay, now, next thing I would say, scale and separate from your partner. The reason why I would say this is you and your partner now are each going to have your own model. He's going to go his way, you're going to go your way. And the reason why is because business sucks at 50%. Because frankly, this business model is so incredibly easy that you don't need two people to run a multi-six-figure a month profit business. You need one person who is tenacious, who is just actively working towards a bigger goal, who is actively monetizing their creator through a fundamental marketing acquisition. Once the fundamental marketing acquisition is in place, you don't need anybody. I haven't touched OFM in the last 6 months, and I'm making more money than I've ever made now than I was before. Now imagine if I was splitting that with somebody. Why would I be splitting that with somebody? That doesn't make any sense. We're not doing anything, okay? Then what I would say is once you separate from your partner, automate everything in your entire business and exit. OFM is not something you want to be in for long term. OFM is something that you want to come in, you want to make your fucking $1 million or $500K or whatever your goal is, and you want to get the fuck out. Because frankly, OFM is the least scalable business of all time. It's a business that you can go from 0 to 100K a month in profit, 0 to 500K a month in profit, but from 500K to $1 million a month in profit is absolutely unheard of, and nobody is doing it. And nobody will ever really be able to do it unless they're taking the traditional marketing or the traditional route. But the traditional route, I have a completely other video on that you should go and watch. The traditional route of OFM is just complete bullshit, and there's no reason to even attempt doing it given that your profit margins are so incredibly high. Why not capitalize on that, automate it, and then work your way into a new business where you can actually be scalable, have some intrinsic value inside of your company so that you can actually sell it. Other than that, like I said, I have an education program down in the bottom of the description. If you're interested in that, awesome. Hope you have a great day. Bye.